This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
So, just curious, Ken, have you ever watched Spider-Man 3?
Oh, yeah.
The Black Symbiote?
Oh.
Yes, this
Mhm.
is. It's not that bad movie, right? It's not a bad movie. I mean, yeah, it had problems, but it was okay. I mean, the Black Symbiote, it turns people evil.
It makes them do cringe-worthy dances.
Anyway, hello guys, welcome to an episode of Ranger Podcast Live. Hi Monty, hey Mondres, I see you. So I'm here alone with Quasar Red, Kent. If you're asking where Leo is, Psycho Fox. He watched the wrong episode. He watched ahead of us. So he's watching it right now, so if he does appear today, yay, but let's see. Alright guys, let's start this episode off. So, before I start, Kent, how did you like this episode?
It was okay. It was probably, it needed a few touches, but, I mean, it wasn't as bad as when I first, or well, not bad, it was better than when I first saw it, but overall it was just kind of compared to especially last week's and some that's to come.
Actually, okay, guys, if you're wondering, yes, we watched the head. We actually watched Beast Morphers already because of came out in France, so we kind of know what happens next. But technically, I rewatched this episode again. It was I actually liked it better. I don't know why. I liked it better. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Watching it, I was like, eh. Watching it again, I actually liked it better because I watched the head. It actually relates to now because it actually kind of foreshadows the future a bit. And there's some so that's why I actually like it better. Originally, I rated it like a lower score, but actually I'm gonna raise it up a bit now. So this episode starts with a new area in New Zealand that we never saw, a shopping mall.
Wow. I mean, a place other than a quarry?
A quarry, a harbor, or anywhere in Power Rangers film in New Zealand during the Neo Saban eras that we always got used to.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's what.
Fun fact, actually, for those who haven't watched, for anyone, there is actually, right now, as of episode 15, there has not been any rock quarry fights, which I didn't actually realize till Ryan pointed it out. So
Technically, it's episode 16.
16.
American standards.
Because Halloween episodes kind of.
Yeah, so if you guys are wondering why the title says episode 16, even though in Wikipedia or in some sites it's episode 15, the Halloween episode aired late in New Zealand or in France where it was, So technically, this episode's technically episode 16, not 15.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you want to watch the show later in the future when it's all on Netflix, I recommend watching the Halloween episode after episode 15, as in after the episode with Megan. So
yeah, Megan. So we start the episode off. We see Devin doing his jogging at the mall. I mean, that's normal. I jog in the mall sometimes too. And we see Betty and Ben getting a birthday cake for their dad. Nepotism. For who actually got the dad. We find out it's a really nice cake, and it's actually a vanilla type flavored cake. I like vanilla. It's really in chocolate. And we got some shenanigans. So then we see this robber robbing this bank in the mall, getting away. So Devin chases after that robber. While there's some slapstick comedy where Devin and the bank robber accidentally hits the cake and it makes Ben hit his face on it, so it's kind of funny. I actually like the scene. Keep in mind, Ben and Betty, I'm saying this right now, they're better than Victor and Monty. I mean, no, yet the actors actually met Caleb personally. He's a cool guy. But Ben and Betty's characters are growing on me. I'm enjoying them more, and they're not cringy. They're actually making me laugh a bit.
They're amusing. I'm kind of wondering if you're right about a certain thing that might happen to him later, but more on that another day.
Yeah, more on another day. So anyway, we continue with the robber. Devin wants to catch him, but then he sees his Fury Cell. We remember the previous episode. He got a Fury Cell from the monster, and it went to basically a makeshift morpher. Well, not makeshift, like a special morpher for him for using the Fury Cell. He uses it to turn to his Battleizer mode or Beast mode. What's it called? Fury mode? Yeah, that one, Fury mode. And he stops the robber by carrying. Well, first off, this episode proves that Hasbro is willing to spend. They literally spent on a Ferrari. Was it Ferrari? Or was it kind of right?
I didn't catch what car it was, but
Yeah, but basically they got a very expensive sports car as a cameo. And now, those are expensive to rent, even in production wise. So that proves it. That proves it to what Hasbro's willing to spend on certain stuff, even props. Kudos to them. That's a big W for me. I see him carry it, and somehow, he saves the day, but somehow we see him feel a little bit edgy.
Mm-hmm.
Like his personality is no longer goody. He's more like edgy. And he kind of threatens the police officer a bit. So
he kind of what?
Threatens the police officer a little bit. Not threatens, but kind of like shows it off a bit.
Kind of felt like the police officer said that more out of jealousy because these guys are the protectors of the city, and they're kind of upstaging him in his own job. Okay, more on that note.
Yeah, but I mean, it actually does show that there is police or authority in the Power Rangers series. That's actually a good thing to do, and actually, it's good. It's a good explanation. Like the police handle the street level crime, while the Power Rangers handle the big alien or big intergalactic threat, or out there. So it's like the Avengers. Like you guys watch the Marvel Netflix series, like the Avengers deal with the off-world or extreme threats, while the Marvel, like the street heroes, like the Netflix shows, they handle the street level threat.
If was here, he'd probably get mad. Commander calls him and says, "Emergency in Charlie Decker Alpha 9."
Charlie Bravo.
So Devin runs off to help the Ranger, and they're already morphed and fighting, and then Devin shows up, and he's kind of upstaging everyone, like getting in the way of their fighting, and and while this is happening, Roxy, she's just sitting at a table, just being like, Red's ready. Red's here.
Speaking of, sorry to cut you off. Speaking of someone who's late.
Yo, I'm sorry.
Michael.
Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, I watched the wrong episode. I watched an episode ahead of it. My bad.
It's okay, boy. At least you know what happened.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot to talk about on the next episode. I really do. But for this one, oh, man. I am mixed about this episode, and I'll say that right now. I really wanted to like this episode. I'll go into why I'm mixed about this episode later, but go ahead.
All right, Ken, continue.
Devin is getting a little wild fighting off the monsters. And then when the team, regroups, like Zoe's like, we're gonna, like, you're no match for all 5 of us. And Devin's like, more like you're no match for just me. As his Fury Cell, as he starts to get a little more wild and, just kind of tosses the Robotron and Roxy around a bit. And then we realize the energy, his Fury Cell is slowly fading away. And, the power is losing. And so Roxy, she had another one, was going to power up the monster. But Devin manages to get it, and, and now he has another way to power his thing. But it turns out, it won't last forever. And then, Roxy's like, I'm calling a timeout, and they retreat. And then, they examine the Fury Cell, and Nate's like, it seems like this Fury Cell doesn't last real long. And then Dorothy Spornak again said, really, Columbo?
Just keep hitting people with the Golden Girls references, bro. Just keep doing it.
It has to come naturally. They decide they're going to, they're concerned about Devin, and he's just like, hey, I'm feeling fine. You all want to go get a juice or something? And Nate's like, okay, or Nate's like, I have to do some lab work, and so they all head off, and like Nate quickly grabs a piece of Robbie's, like, ow, what was that? And he's like, nothing. And Leonard, you go.
I want to say this right now. I'm surprised Devin didn't have a moment. He's like, "Don't you ever touch my hair, bro? What you doing? You don't ever touch don't ever touch the mini fro, okay? Just saying." Like I for one split second I wanted Devin to break out a character and be like me, like if when I have a long, y'all seen when I have long hair, I'm like, hey, don't touch the fro. We get to the juice bar or we get to the gym. I keep calling it juice bar. We get to the gym. Devin is still feeling himself with the Fury Cell and decides to go 2-on-1 with some karate instructors, and he is dual wielding like he's freaking Roxas from Kingdom Hearts 2, and. And he's just whooping on them. And Nate calls the rest of the team because it feels like, okay, is this what you meant by he's acting weird? It's like, yeah, he's acting really weird. Nate calls and he's like, hey, Nate needs us back in the lab. He's like, but wait, I'm sorry. What you doing? He's like, we gotta go. It's like, okay, fine.
Isn't it kind of ironic that Devin was, upstaging these two karate experts, seeing how in the first episode he wasn't taking the martial arts class seriously?
Oh, shoot.
In fairness, though, Blaze is a complete jerk and got what he deserved, and hopefully my theory comes to life at the end of the show. I'll get to that in a minute. So Nate proceeds to tell him, okay, look, Devin, the Fury Cells we got for your battleizer, not only are they temporary, but it's make you way more primal than human, which would have been the best way to say. Instead, they're making you evil, Devin. You should totally stop using it.
Technically, it's okay. Sorry to cut you off. It's actually good to tell him it's not evil because it might have influenced a bit turning evil. Primal was actually an appropriate word. So actually, again, I watched it a second time. This is my second time watching it. Actually, I agree with you guys. I didn't like it the first time, but actually watching it again, I kind of like it a little better.
I understand, this is still a show for children and stuff, but bro, you keep hammering the fact that he could be becoming evil. Like, technically, he wouldn't start turning evil. He just turned into a one-man army. He turned to Ben Affleck in that steroid ABC short from the 90s.
No, he's turning to Peter Parker, symbiote style.
No, yeah, true, that's true. But I still like the Ben Affleck after school special, him using steroids. Devin's like, yo, what are you talking about? I feel fine, right? It's like, Devin, this thing is making you into a one-man army. He's like, but that's a good thing. We're supposed to beat Evox. Commander Shepard, Shepard Shaw. What's Robbie's last name again?
Shaw.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Mass Effect for some reason. So Commander Shaw is like, yeah, but look what you did right here, where it showed him arguing with the police, which he's like, hey, as long as nothing happened to me, and as long as the Popos knew what I was doing was right, and I was helping them with their job, after all, we're Power Rangers, even though we should be fighting robots and stuff like that, we should be helping our common folk. He's like, but the way you did it, Devin, and the way you were fighting those Avatar, Roxy, and the Candle Monster, and the fact is like this thing is not good for you. We gotta get rid of it. And he's like, back up, hold up. If y'all don't need me, I'm out of here. Deuces, right? So Roxy and Blaze talk to Scrozzle and Evox, and what's up?
You got Scrozzle's name right.
Yes, I did.
Finally, he got it right. Jeez.
Yeah, after I had to watch him say his name multiple times this episode, and
after 16 episodes.
Hey, a change is gonna come. Okay, I need a Fury Cell to tell me that. Anyways, so Roxy's like, yeah, but guess what? He felt a little abnormal, more like evil. So all we need to do is take this final Fury Cell and make him evil. Because everything is evil.
I love Liana's character acting.
And the next thing they need, they're like, okay, we're gonna need to scope out Devin. Devin is losing it, right? So they use the Cannon Monster and the Fury Cell as a decoy to get the rest of the Rangers. Devin sees that this is happening, runs toward them, and grabs the Fury Cell. Roxy shoots them all down, and they're like, okay, I'm going to use this last Fury Cell to power this candle monster, so that way, all hail Evox. Yeah.
Yay.
And Devin proceeds to come in like he's Zoom from season 2 of The Flash, knocks them both down, and is going to use the Fury Cell, which then reminds me, why are the Rangers still sitting on their butts especially when Devin has the Fury Cell in his hand? They could have easily just shot the Fury Cell out of his hand.
Keep in mind, they're fighting our monsters, so.
But they got out the way.
Not even though they're fighting, you see in the background, they're fighting our monster. That's why second viewing it makes it yeah.
Again, the Camel Monster and Roxy get out the way. There was no second monster. The Giga Drone didn't come in until after Ravi and Devin were fighting.
Wait, wasn't there Tronics also there?
No, there were no Tronics. It was just the Camel Monster and Roxy. That was it.
Devin,
we need attention, drama. That's what I'm happy about.
Or have common sense and shoot the damn Fury Cell out of his hand.
Drama.
You have a robot. You have a robot who has the mind of Nate, who's supposed to be one of the smartest characters in the entire show. You mean to tell me that one of these fools was like, we should just shoot the Fury Cell out of his hand? Or when the Fury Cell was on the ground?
Let me see this episode.
Yes,
shoot it!
And besides, Roxy just shot them and knocked them down. It wasn't like she hit them with a powerful enough blast that made them weak enough to stay down, It's not
exactly.
Like,
it was just a pew-pew. It was just a pew-pew.
It's not like
pew-pew is good.
It was like, bang, you're down.
Hold up, I'm rewatching it now.
You go ahead and watch it. I'll continue, and I'll pass it to camera after this. So Ravi starts to fight Devin. Ravi grabs the Fury Cell. Devin goes after him and beats the hell out of him. And Ravi's like, I got strength too, which I'm like, yes, finally. You don't say gorilla strength. Like, nah, I'm just as strong as you are, mother. And Devin proceeds to beat him down and overheats him to the point where Ravi demorphs. And this is one of the few times where we see the Rangers demorph because they got their butts handed to. I think the last one who demorphed was Devin. Devin was the last person to demorph, and that was a previous episode when his visor got destroyed.
Oh, by the way, Leonard, I just want to mention something. So the plan, Roxy, when she was devising her plan, Evox said, so you just make sure the Red Ranger gets the Fury Cell. So basically just do what she normally does and, do
what you normally do, screw up, leave a very important device that will make us beat the Rangers, leave it on the battlefield so the Rangers can grab it.
Exactly. I feel like this would have happened even without Evox telling Roxy.
Hey, Roxy, I want you to mess up on purpose. I want you to intentionally mess up because I know you unintentionally, but
okay, they're fighting the monster. See,
which one? They were fighting the Candle Monster.
But, this is happening. See, I'm watching right now. See,
again. When they were all down,
it's happening right now. I'm watching it right now, dude. See,
when they were looking at, I have up on my screen. Let me mute it real quick. Let's see.
I get damaged by a blaster. That hurts too.
There was just pew-pews though.
It was just pew. It wasn't.
Doesn't matter. You got it.
There were just pew-pews, right?
Pew-pew.
It was
pew-pew.
Hurt.
It was just
hurt. Hashtag pew-pews don't hurt. We need to make this a shirt.
Again, plasma. They were down.
Pew-pews don't hurt, Ryan.
So it's still,
Especially Steel. Steel's just straight up armor.
but they're a
and a robot.
robot.
Pew pew so.
Devin takes Robbie back to base. Zoe, Nate, and Steele handle the Robotron, and then they send in a Gigadrone to attack, and so Devin, once he got Robbie into the med lab, they send out the Racer Zord, and he takes him on, and then some other robots come to aid him, and then they manage to defeat the Candle Monster, but Zoe's just like, you guys go on ahead. I need to rest. I need a carrot.
I like that part because it actually does the continuity with the second episode. Remember?
Yeah,
and I like that part.
It's like RPM when they're like, okay, your energy's draining. We need you to get back to Dr. K type of thing.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
I like that part. Yeah.
Real quick, we forgot one part. We forgot the tension with Ravi and Devin and the motorcycle in the background where it's like, Devin, don't do it. It's like, I have to. And his Ballager goes away and he's about to put it in, but he's like, oh wait. And they're like, what am I doing? One more dosage of steroids. No, I can't. And Roxy the entire time is like, yes, be evil. Everything. I'm like, God, Roxy, we get it. He'll turn he'll turn evil, but technically he wouldn't. He just turned into a freaking cheetah.
Okay,
when you think about it.
What I like about that scene was remember Robbie's like, don't do it, like it's the stereotypical like, oh, you're gonna hit him or whatever, someone's gonna save him. No, he actually grabs it. I was like, oh, okay, they do it stereotypically because other like superhero shows,
yeah,
oh, don't do it, oh, we save you last minute, someone saves you last minute.
Yeah.
I like that, like he just grabs. It's like, okay, that actually was like.
I'll commend them on it. They can get the clout right there. They'll get the clout.
Are you talking about the part when Robbie's demorphed and Blade and Devin's about to strike him down, and then he's like, because this is one part I kind of had, one kind of moment I was just iffy with. So Robbie was keeping the Fury Cell away from Devin, and then suddenly he's like, and he just...
Okay, thank you, because I'm like, bro, unless you were trying to purposely give him the Fury Cell, you could easily just dodge with one hand, or at least just suffer your fate like Aerith in Final Fantasy VII did.
Shut up! No, you do not mention Aerith.
Okay, I'm just saying, maybe Aerith should have just dodged.
She was praying to save the planet.
Devin is like, I will strike. Like Robbie's like, don't strike me down because I won't become more powerful than you could ever imagine. This isn't Star Wars. He takes the Fury Cell. Steroids run out. He's about to put the next injection of steroids, and it's like, no, what am I doing? This is evil. Breaks the Fury Cell into shards, and then proceeds to throw it into Roxy. And I'm over here like,
oh, I like that part.
And I'm really over here like, so you just get all that mist from the Fury Cell should just make Roxy powerful, right? Right?
Yeah, because it was already yeah, remember?
But the Fury Cell was still powerful.
He cracked it, and
yeah, but you still saw the shards glowing.
He cracked it, and it got weakened. It's not an Energem, Leo. Energems can actually withstand that.
No, see, I was thinking more of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, but okay.
Not an Energem.
Again, I was thinking about Kylo Ren's lightsaber. That's not the point.
Also, we forgot another part of the villain's plan is to finally get the cheetah speed, and so the Rangers, and so the Candle Monster was able to absorb it before they destroyed him, and then Nate and Steele, they go off to join Devin in the battle. Another thing I just realized, apparently the Candle Gigatron, it was attacking a Morphex tower, and apparently these massive things that are the source of all future energy on this Earth are apparently either made out of plastic or wax, because...
Thank you! Am I the only one who thought that was stupid?
Yeah, the tower...
Hey, you know what this season reminds me of? Final Fantasy VII. Those things are freaking reactors, making stuff for the planet.
Shut up.
Yeah,
up,
I knew
Brian.
it. It's
Shut
Beast
up,
Morphers
Brian.
Final Fantasy 7.
Shut up, Brian. Do not try and do a crossover with Power Rangers and Final Fantasy, okay?
That can happen. Hey Hasbro, Keyblade Rangers now.
If I said Final Fantasy, not Kingdom Hearts, we're talking about a series that's actually good.
Final Fantasy.
We're talking about a series that's actually good, like Final Fantasy. Kent, you're right. What the hell are these towers made out of? These are made out of steel and titanium or some source, maybe vibranium. And you mean to tell me a fire is going to melt a freaking tower?
Maybe that's, like the Power Ranger world, air on the moon, time's longer, titanium's made out of candle.
There's no logic in Power Rangers. Yeah, I gotta remember that.
Okay, there is logic, and then there's stupid. This is stupid. Just like Joey Tribbiani fighting a Tubatron and having the powers of Aang from Avatar, and there's no rhyme or reason that a little kid should be able to beat a freaking Robotron with just the power of his heart. Don't you try. Don't even try to argue me about that. You know that's silly.
Hey, but same frequencies though. It was explained.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no. It was really...
Can't finish the review because I'm getting angry.
So Devin, he meets up with his friends, apologizes for, going crazy and all that. And also, we've kind of skimmed over it a little, but Ben and Betty, they were trying to get a cake ready for their dad's birthday, and throughout the whole episode, something kept happening to it. And so Devin made them a cake. They were getting ready to ice it, and then their dad shows up, and then suddenly they're like, my icing is blocked, or my icing's not working, and then suddenly they squeeze, and then hits the general in the face with it.
And that's it. Also, Nate and Steel beat the monster and extinguish the fire. There you go.
Yes. They extinguish it by going.
I have a problem. I actually so I rewatched it again. I didn't like it first time. Rewatching it, I kind of liked it better. So my rating for this episode, I would give it an 8 out of 10 because of if you keep watching the episodes, this actually, you go back to it, actually makes it look better. So, anyway, now there's a problem I had. They did not continue the Zoe and Nate relationship in this episode. I would kind of wish it kind of did, but it's okay. They could have put some hints, like instead of putting in the last scene, instead of putting she's sitting next to Robbie, she could have sitting next to Nate, so I have a little continuity of that. I don't know, but I know what happens in the future. I can't spoil anything, but let's just say that the relationship is still safe. Don't worry about it.
The nerd still gets the girl in the end of the day.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The relationship is still safe. It's just I was just disappointed a little bit. They did not follow it up in this episode. But don't worry, there's still some Nate Zoe moments in the future. If you guys haven't watched the episodes that came out early. But anyway, 8 out of 10. Problems with it. Besides logic parts, because I already consider that logic Power Rangers does not exist. That's why I gave up on that for since 1993. I gave up a long time ago. There's no logic in Power Rangers, so that's why my reviews will not be based on logic. It'll be based on how writing is. Because logic doesn't exist. I see you guys trying to make fun of me like I'm too easy on it. No, my reviews are based on writing. All right, because I know Power Rangers no. Honestly, if I had to critique these episodes, honestly, I'm gonna 4 or 5 out of 10. Yeah, full on. But since it's Power Ranger, I'm giving it an 8.
Because these aren't shows you watch on AMC. These are just shows that you watch your children, or if you're like us, we're still watching Power Rangers. So
if they ask me to critique this like a normal TV show, but an actual TTT, I will really rate it lower, and maybe a 4 or 5 or a 3 out of 10. So yeah, I'm being nice here.
I rank it a 7. I mean, when I first saw this, I thought Devin didn't quite go as crazy as I thought, and I thought some of the moments kind of didn't really feel necessary. But rewatching, I was like, oh yeah, he actually was kind of going pretty nuts, and they stopped him before he went insane. insane. So, yeah, I like it a little more now. But, I think that part at the beginning where the cop is like, I'll handle the mini things, you handle the robots. I don't know, that line just kind of didn't sit well. And then I think the ending where it had some kind of rough acting here and there. So that's my issue with it. But I liked certain parts of it, and I definitely look forward to what's going to happen with now that they have all three abilities. So
Yeah, I know. Well, technically, we know what happened.
Look, I might get a lot of hate for this. I gave this episode a 6 out of 10. And the reason being, look, it would have been a 5, but honestly, I think the best part about this episode is that this was a Devin focused episode. We've not had a Devin focused episode since the episode where he tried to juggle his life as a Power Ranger and a life as a 20-some-year-old kid who needs a job and stuff like that because his dad wants him to start working, be like a hardworking blue collar middle class worker and stuff like that. I appreciate the fact that this was a Devin focused episode, but I honestly think, in my opinion, this episode would have been better if this was split into 2 parts. Like have the tension of Devin going out on his own to be like a ranger by himself. And then in the second part, it's him regaining the trust of the rest of the Rangers. Like he's off on his own. He's fighting. He's like, dude, I don't need y'all. This is fine. And the Fury Cell is slowly hurting him, like actually physically hurting him. And he has to be like, guys, I need your help. I ain't think this through or something like that. And have it where again, Fury Cell, have it where him and Robbie fight for the Fury Cell, and then be like, you know what, I can't do this. No Fury Cell. Not today. And have it where it's just one episode is Devin focused, and the other one is like bringing the Rangers back together. Like, I think we're already knee deep into the season where we can have more tension with the team outside of Nate and Steele's brother antics. Because I think when Nate and Steele and their whole camaraderie, it's fine. I have no problem with that. And we've already established the fact that Robbie misses Roxy, and which will go further into the next episode. And we already established that Nate and Zoe will have a thing for one another. But we don't have anything for Devin. Devin is just like a bench character, in my opinion, at this point. And I think this episode was great for him. I do think this should have been split into 2 parts. I think that's the big problem with it.
First off, your concerns was already like answered in the 4th episode of Beast Morphers. Remember? He worked as a car washer.
Yeah, but that's about it. That
even though, like, okay, I mean, you haven't watched. Yeah, I can't spoil anything.
I haven't seen the rest of the episode.
Let's just say that's why I told you. Remember I told you I didn't like this in the beginning when I first watched it, and I went back to it. I actually liked it better because after watching the future, now I kind of like this a little better.
Well, there you get that's the thing, Ryan. You saw the rest of the episodes before I did, which I'm gonna be watching. Look, after this episode, after we're done, I'm gonna watch the next episode. I'm almost done with it, and I actually like the next episode, even though I'm gonna say this, Kent, for the future, paint me like one of your French Rangers. Anyways. Like, that's like going back to what you were saying, Ryan. That's pretty much outside of the fact that you already know what happens. I don't, so I'm just going off what I saw. Yes, we had a Devin focused episode where he was trying to make his dad proud, but look at Ravi and look at Zoe. Almost every other character has had another episode where it talks about their personal lives. Like Ravi, he can't date Roxy. He tried to turn Avatar Roxy good, even though that was stupid. But I accept that episode now. For obvious
that's
reasons.
Why I gave it a 10, because actually watching the future.
We had the whole Nate and Steele, and then we had Nate and Zoe. We had Zoe fixing Curl Harbor's economy with the Grid Battle Force bikes and stuff like that. Every character's had at least 2 or 3 episodes where there's more character development, except Devin. Devin's the only one who hasn't, and I think this episode should have been a two-parter. Honestly,
Honestly, no, because if you keep I can't explain anything. If you keep watching the episodes, he does. Let's say Devin gets really better, especially near the finale.
that's perfectly fine. I can't.
why-
Look, when I see those episodes, I'll change my grade. Okay, I would say right now I will change the grade for this episode. But for right now, for what I have watched, it's a 6. And again, no, Devin, it's gonna turn you evil. Is it though? Is it?
Yeah,
I got to do the
Just
Thor.
let me out.
I got to do the Thor. Is it really though? And also, y'all couldn't shoot the Fury Cell out of his hand before
pew pew.
the pew pews don't hurt though.
It does.
Pews don't hurt.
Yeah. Freaking, they always get pew pew. Volpers get pew pew all the time.
Again, we gotta make this a shirt. Hashtag pew pews don't hurt. We gotta make this a shirt, guys.
Huh?
Who did you say got pew-pewed all the time?
Volpers got pew pewed all the time.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Anyways,
Power class. These were just like Toxica. She could knock over the bad guys.
SPD was pew pewed all the time.
but okay, in defense of SPD though, the pew pews were going away, like behind them, and they were jumping in the air like they were hurt.
No, pew pew.
Thank you, Chalishera, by the way, about that.
All right, we're making a t-shirt out of this. Pew pew. Hashtag pew pew.
Hashtag pew pews don't hurt.
Yes. No one takes that. No one.
Copyright.
We're
We hit with the copyright. Okay,
On
we're
this
gonna make
day,
a shirt.
November, what's the date today?
Pay $5 for it when we get the Power Morphicon. Anyways, like again, I don't hate this episode. I really want to like this episode, but just some of the things they did, it's just a no for me, dog. It just wasn't. I'm pulling Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch the series then too before we do our overall analysis.
Yeah,
I'm doing
but,
it.
all right.
Before we Ryan, we get comments. Leonard, you said this should have been a two-parter. Yeah, that's kind of certain episodes coming up that I also feel should be a two-parter, and it kind of reminded me of, the 60s Batman show, where in the third season of that series, there was setbacks, and they had lots of big things going on in the episodes, but they had to, resolve them very quickly.
Yeah.
That's what some of Beast Morphers is reminding me of. You have really big stuff going on, they're, Devin getting possessed and something that I can't say right now, and just by the end of the episode, boom, fixed.
I mean, again, defend Beast Morphers. It's Nickelodeon's fault. I mean, they're very
True.
strict on that. You cannot, if it was Fox or Disney XD or the Toon Disney, yes, they could have done that.
This is how I would have done the two-parter. And before we get into the comment section, and Ryan, I think you can attest to this. Do you remember season 3 of Beast Wars, Transformers Beast Wars, when Cheetor had the two-parter where he was becoming more primal and stuff like that because he was going to his Mach 3 after Dinobot 2 pulled up?
Yeah,
that's what it should have been. We should have had a primal Devin, just like Cheetor, because you've been wanting a Transformers Power Rangers crossover for the longest. This would have been the perfect episode to pay homage to Beast Wars.
I mean, again, Nickelodeon is the reason why they're Hasbro's limited. That's why I believe after next year they're going to find another home because the contract is till 2021 or till 2020. So I believe they're gonna find a new home because it's kind of weird. It's an odd number for a contract.
Also, one more thing: when Devin was talking about there can be only one, give us a.
There can be only one.
I had a cool Highlander. I'm sorry. Now let's get to the comments. Thank you, YouTube. If you're watching the pre-recording in this, we greatly appreciate it. We just watched the newest episode of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. What was it called? Seed Red? Red Seed?
Seeing Red.
Seeing Red. And we're going to be watching next week's episode. So if you haven't yet, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to hit the bell icon because YouTube's algorithm is as bad as the cryptocurrency market from last year. With that being said, let's get started.
Eric says, what's up?
What's up, Ed?
Mondi says, wow, LOL.
It didn't pop up on mine. Go ahead and hit it again.
He just did.
Okay,
Showing
cool.
right now. Okay.
What's up, Monty?
Ranger Vault says, "Keep it up, guys. Love the content, overall vibe. The Vault is with you." Oh, thanks, man. Well,
Thanks.
thank you.
Shout out to the Ranger Vault. Much appreciated, bro.
Yeah. Thank you to the group. Thank you all. And Neil Johnson says, "Yo."
What's up?
Yo.
Anyway, all right. So, guys, that's pretty much it. Kent, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram, Brand_K, and like I said, might be starting something else. So just gotta get around to doing it. And where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, @Reckless_Fox. You can find my YouTube page, Reckless_Fox. You can find all my latest content on Twitch.tv/RecklessFox. If you want a little more content, myself and Jen do another podcast, the Scroco Gaming Podcast. Follow us on SoundCloud.com/Scroco Gaming. And we just finished a couple of retrospective reviews of the Halloween franchise. So our review of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch and Halloween 4 Return of Michael Myers are officially up on our SoundCloud right now. So go check it out. And Ryan, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram, DasherPlay247. I do have a Facebook, but I only allow people I actually personally know, so I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching us, and see you guys next week for another episode of Ranger Podcast Live. All right, see you guys.
What it do, baby?
I'm gonna destroy you. No more sports teams for you. I'm serious.
No. Laker Nation. You know, let's do it.
All right.
Laker Nation
All right.
all day, every day. Bye, guys.
See you guys.